go. Bring it up, baby. Let's go. Daniel,
What is good, YouTube, man? Today I'm back with you guys, with the nation, for another video. And today, we are back with some news. A little bit surprising, but not really. As you can see by the title and thumbnail, the Raiders have decided to move on from running back Kenyan Drake. Now, it's looking like they are going to release him, but they are waiting to confirm the release just in case we get a last-minute trade after or right before tomorrow's deadline, when you do have to move your roster down from 85 to 80. So it's not official, but Kenyan Drake has spoken out, and shout out to Josina Anderson because she has already gotten on the phone with Kenyan Drake. And here are some words of what he said directly after the news of him being released, and either or just moved on from the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, he says, just got off the phone with running back Kenyan Drake, moving on. He says, right now, I'm just vibing at the crib. I'm just waiting on the next 24 hours. I don't think anyone will trade for me just because of the contract situation. Either way, the Raiders have to pay me. I'm at peace. He says, I'm at peace with the decision. Honestly, I feel like the writing has been on the wall recently. Like within the last 2-3 weeks, I never felt like I had a fair shot to really compete for the job off the injury. At the end of the day, that's business. I feel like as time progressed through camp, there really wasn't a role for me to have anymore because they had either brought guys in or traded for guys, and I was kind of the odd man out. Especially coming off of my injury, I really didn't have a chance. Other than that, I'm at peace with it because I know my capabilities as a player, and I know people are going to use me how I definitely feel like I need to be used because I am a playmaker. Personally, when I read that, to me, I'm not trying to shake things up. I'm not trying to ruffle the feathers, but what I do think is that I think that that's a slight get or a slight knock on John Gruden's offense. I really do think so because last year when our running game was so poor, our running game had absolutely nothing going for them, and we still didn't get Kenyan Drake involved. And this was before Kenyan Drake's injury. I feel like that was a really poor way to utilize Kenyan Drake. Just, all right, you're going to run north and south or east and west. That doesn't really work with Kenyan Drake. He's a scat back. He's a playmaker, like he stated. He can make that big play. He's a one-cut guy. I definitely felt like we should have utilized Kenyan Drake a little bit more. But if you follow me on Twitter, you do know already that since last night, I said I feel like Raiders running back Kenyan Drake is on the roster bubble, and this kind of confirms it, man. But back to this. He says, personally, I feel like I can fit in any type of scheme. I proved to be a first and second down back in Arizona, and through my entire career, I've proved I can be versatile out the backfield, catching passes, and in special teams. I'm a professional at the end of the day, and I love ball. I don't think it really matters where I go as long as they give me the opportunity to go in and compete. I got a lot of tread on my tires. So it seems like ever since the injury, we brought in Amir Abdullah. Brandon Bolden has not even played a snap of preseason football. So I can agree, right? Maybe he felt like he didn't have that fair shot coming back into the lineup. But that's just the league, right? If you're not out there, well, guess what? Best ability is availability. And I definitely do think that we could have utilized him more last year before the injury because, let's be honest, this man was a baller in Miami. He was a baller in Arizona. We just simply didn't get him the ball enough, and I felt like last year when the run game was so lackluster, he should have been a focal point of the offense, and he just wasn't. Now, Amir Abdullah, if you guys been following the channel for a while, since we signed him, I said the same day, he will be on this 53-man roster, regardless of where he's listed as a running back, receiver, or a special teams. So I'm not surprised that Amir Abdullah is emerging. But let me tell you this, Britton Brown has really surprised outside of that one fumble he's had in the preseason. You have Austin Walter who's making that push, but I highly doubt he makes it. But let's look at this, right? You have Zeus and you have Jacobs. Those two are locks. You have Brandon Bolden, And then you have Amir Abdullah. That's only 4 guys. You have Jacob Johnson, right? So that's 5 backs. But last year, including the fullback, the Patriots held 6 guys on the roster. So I think there's one more spot. Now, whether that's Amir Abdullah or whether that's Britton Brown, I think at the end of the day, it's going to be Amir Abdullah. Hopefully, a guy like Britton Brown, he doesn't get cut until the very, very final spot, because then we have a higher chance of retaining him and keeping him on the practice squad. I really, really like what I've seen from him. But who knows, man? Really, really, who knows what's going to happen next? I am not surprised by this move at all. And I do like the fact that they are being smart and they are waiting to see if any team does become desperate. The Philadelphia Eagles running back room isn't the greatest, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Philadelphia Eagles wanted to shoot us a conditional late round pick, right? Like a lot of teams have been doing around the league. So that's the update for today, man. He's got released, or he's going to be released. We also picked up a linebacker. No surprise there. We were really thin at linebacker. I think we only had 3 guys that traveled with us last time. So interesting to see, man. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions on this whole Kenyan Drake scenario. And as always, you guys, I love y'all. Stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'm out. Peace.
Welcome to the Death Star, where our opponent's dreams come to die.